Speaking of redheads, I found out that George Washington, Andrew Jackson, and Thomas Jefferson were all redheads.
Really?
Yes. And that apparently Washington had to like fight his base urges to like be a good general because he was like naturally kind of impulsive and aggressive, which is pretty much entirely why he lost the siege of New York. But so basically after everything started looking like it was swirling around the drain, he was like, all right, I'm gonna have to not do what I want to do and just be smart here for a minute.
Huh.
So yeah. So he was this apparently just like literally like fiery tempered, red haired, go getter type guy, and had to like tone it down. I guess he was the guy that led the attack in the middle of the night on Christmas Day. So.
Right. This has been History with Contraband.
That's what I do. Great. Now I'm gonna have like a historical fact to start every set.
Alright, so real quick recap because my recording failed last time. So, what happened last time? The party, minus Charlos, went to House Savage, stayed the night. Weaver tried to get it on with Lady Madara. It did not work. She kind of threatened him, but at the same time did nothing about it. Everybody went to sleep. Next morning, Contrabone and Weltches woke up early, went outside, got some breakfast, and participated in a training match. At which point, Contrabone got knocked down to 0 HP, got his ass beat, and Weltches actually went negative, but because the person they're hanging out with, or they were training with, is a healer, she healed him right back up.
And before I went negative, I kicked her ass.
It's true, but you
I only went negative on the second go around. First one I did awesome.
Good.
I did poorly.
It's like me playing Trials of Osiris.
Aww.
Except I don't cheat, so I always suck. Get to 5-0 before we get our asses handed to us this time. So.
Alright, one quick thing. Charlos, have you added in your special skill yet?
My special skill? I don't think so, no.
Okay. Just remember that it's going to be intelligence based, so...
What's your special skill? Is it a secret?
Yes. It's
I like that.
It's an experiment I've been wanting to do for a while in D&D, so...
Is it low-based or half-based?
I'm sorry, you got... I don't know if it's my connection, but you guys keep, like, breaking up. I can barely hear you.
I asked if it was rogue-based or halfling-based.
So it's it's more organization-based.
Okay.
Alright.
He can assemble the Avengers.
So, yeah. Charlos, last we left you, since you haven't participated yet, you were in the bar.
Yeah.
You saw a little bit of shit go down. And I'm just gonna go ahead and speed you through what would have happened in the last couple of sessions.
Okay.
So, after everything calmed down from the other guys being there, a member of your organization
Okay.
came into the bar, sat down with you, just real briefly, and said, "We have a job for you."
Very, very close. He was thigh.
Okay. See, if that would have happened, I would have knocked him the fuck out, but continue.
So, so he told you to go ahead and meet with them at the guild location, which, if you're looking at the map of Hochberg at all,
My Wi-Fi cycled on me.
is going to be in the top right corner of the city. You'll see that well. Maybe.
Yeah, like wow.
What?
So that's the lone well? Like
Yeah.
the recon. Okay.
And so there's a secret passage into an underground, like underneath the well, where the Thieves Guild totally chills out.
Okay.
And
It's all wet and drippy. There's like mold.
so
I would expect that, yeah.
I'm thinking very much Skyrim Thieves Guild for this one.
So there's a hidden button on a crypt that you have to push to open the door?
I don't know about, not a crypt, but in the well, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So once you went there, eventually, they told you to stay the night, and the following morning you would be meeting with a high-ranking individual within the government to discuss terms for a job. They're going to give you, let's go with 5 ounces of powder, and so go ahead and add that to your inventory.
Like in other possessions, I guess?
Yeah. So you have 5 ounces. And that's just, part of the benefits of being in the guild. They're gonna entrust you with a little bit of that. I've got echo on somebody's. Anyway. And then, you're gonna stay the night there and meet with this guy in the morning. Cool?
Yep.
Cool. Alright. Contraband and Weltches, you guys
Alright.
have just been in that fight. You're healed up, because it was all non-lethal damage, so...
Thank goodness.
Yeah, right. She's kind of a badass.
I want to be here when I grow up.
And so currently, what you guys have as far as quest goes is you guys have to meet with Tegan sometime this morning, and you guys are also supposed to be observing House Zedekiel and report what you guys see going on there. So.
Hagen was more interested in Tristan, right? Tristan being
Yes. He was very interested. Yes.
Was he?
Because he came straight to you, and then, Lolth, Weaver's character, kind of took over the...
Lolth interceded.
Yeah. And then And yeah, the guard told you to stay the fuck away from him.
So I guess I have to decide whether I want to
Go against the Queen's Guard.
right, which is like the whole reason that I'm in Hochberg in the first place, is to try to get a spot there.
How
But
about
Lolth is definitely wanting to check it out. I know he was ready to go for that one.
yeah?
Yeah.
Outside of game, I can go talk to Tegan, and you can monitor the house Zedekio.
I was thinking of proposing something along those lines anyway, because I could go and pose like I'm, well, I guess we could just discuss this in character anyway.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's just metagame the whole session.
Yes. Yes.
So we're all healed up and being tended to. Are we like in a medical wing, or we're just still outside, or what?
So it's all non-lethal damage, which goes away on its own. You just have some bruises. You're actually missing one of your teeth.
Wait, say again. You...
So you're actually missing one of your teeth.
Missing one of your teeth.
Oh, yes.
Which I hope you added to your inventory.
I did. I did right now.
So, yeah, go ahead. So Lolth, I'm gonna play Lolth a little bit here just for character's sake. Is going to remember that Tegan wants to meet with them, so he's gonna suggest that.
Right, we need to meet with Tegan this morning, and someone needs to do recon House Zedekio. I can say in character to you first, and to you both.
Right. So,
Not you, well.
God, I'm too bad at playing Weaver. So,
Okay, I'm bad at role playing in general.
yeah,
Jesus.
where? So, Lolth is gonna say, alright, so
Don't go on me, dude.
the one issue with us going, or splitting the party, is that he needs all of us there to swear an oath.
My whole buck is a little bit.
Wait, what?
He only needs the people working for him.
Oh, that's true.
So, I'm gonna notice that you're hesitant to work. What's his name?
Okay.
And say if you don't want to work with Tate, and you don't have to swear the oath. You can work for House Savage, and Loth and I can do this.
For what it's worth, one of the guards at the tavern
Never.
did warn me rather directly to keep distance from dude name person that just completely left my brain.
Tegan.
Tegan, thank you.
It is important to have clean hands in dirty matters. I don't know how to say that better.
Alright.
So I think it would be good to have someone in the party that is divorced of this issue.
I could see the logic in that. As a guard, and perhaps use that as a way to find more information on the strategies and tactics used by House
Savage. Zedekiel.
No, Zedekiel, yeah.
So
That-
it's
Hopefully gain something of interest.
That sounds excellent. I
alright.
couldn't put it better.
So it's decided. Kilpie and I will visit
Tegan.
Tegan. Jesus.
None of us
My own
know the names.
character. Kilpie and I will visit Tegan while you perform first watch on House Zedekiel. Cool.
That sounds
I don't know why I'm having such a hard time hearing you guys. You guys keep breaking up. Probably on my end.
Yeah, I can hear him fine.
Alright. So, I'll start with Contraband because yours is going to be easier. So, where are you going? What are you looking to be to observe?
I suppose I'll make my way to the house. Just see, what sort of patrols they have out front, and just kind of go from there. Just to
he didn't say he wants to observe. He said that he wants get employment from them, learn
or at
from
least
the inside.
to feign seeking employment from them.
Oh, I missed that. Okay, that's perfect. Actually, because guess what? He's a quest giver. Alright, so it's not that far a walk, and
It's just one major house over.
yeah, it's literally right there. So
There's
I guess
and where I
The
said.
map!
so I guess you're walking like straight up to the gate, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, as you walk up towards the gate, the guards take notice of you. There's 2 guards at the gate, and you can see a patrol, and 2 guards actually by the entrance to the house itself. It's very well guarded. But, guards take notice that you're walking up towards them, and are very defensively stanced.
And what? Sorry.
They're very defensively stanced.
Ah. Well, then, as I make my way, close-ish, I'll greet them. Wow. All right. So as I'm walking up, good morrow to you, fine gentlemen.
And you, half-breed.
I will quickly nod.
what is it that you want from us today?
I wish to inquire if you have any openings in your guard.
They look at each other and look back at you. Come inside. They open the gate for you.
I will follow them.
So they lead you inside, and Tegan is. So as you walk in, it's a much darker theme, like a much more gothic themed building and everything. And as you open the doors, it opens straight into a dining hall where there's a table that stretches quite a ways, and at the very head of the table, in a very ornate chair, there is a old man just sitting at the table eating, and he looks up, notices you, and waves you to him.
Well, then I guess I would kind of make like a cursory glance at the guards to make sure that it's kind of like, I guess I'll go stop me, then I'll go.
They make no effort to impede your movement.
Alright, old man.
Alright. So as you draw close, he beckons for you to sit next to him.
Alright.
And he goes, his voice is very old and raspy and quiet. Why have you entered my house?
I seek to be employed as a guard, and was hoping to inquire if you had any openings.
He strokes his long white beard for a second. I do not have any openings for guards, but there is a matter of interest I could use somebody for, if you're interested.
What sort of matter?
I suspect that House Savage, the house next door, is plotting to kill me. And I wish to know of their intentions. I ask that you would observe them and bring back to me information on what they're planning against me.
This is perfect.
What would be the compensation for dealing with such matter?
If you can provide me with any information, I will have another job for you that will pay you very, very well. So it's more of an investment of your time.
Boy, does this sound familiar. A moment. Very well. I accept your offer. Or whatever. It's not really an offer. It's more of a... Yeah. I accept. We'll be concise here.
If you bring me in any information, any at all, we can move forward, and I assure you, you will be paid well. He kind of looks off, almost as if he's forgotten about you, and
Again?
goes back to eating.
I will thank him for his time and rise from the table and assume that is my dismissal. Wondering why I think somebody's plotting to kill him. He looks like he's about to keel over.
Yeah.
And he let you walk up right to his table. I don't think he would have done that. What?
Please, yeah, and however many were in the hall.
Yeah.
How many were in the hall?
So actually, roll a spot check.
I would
for me.
actually. I was about to say, yeah, if I could make that request, I wanted to make a spot check. There it is. Am I in the right chat? Yes.
Maybe. Where are you, Nightbot?
Right.
Nightbot's at it again.
Nightbot, what's going on?
I did. No. Should I try again?
Yeah, go ahead and try again. 'Cause it worked. There we go.
Hey, there we go. And that is
Alright.
plus, where to go? 4.
+4. All right.
Yes.
So, like, as you're standing up to walk out, you, like, at first glance, it looks like the hall is completely empty except for the 2 guards that brought you in. But you're going to notice as you're walking out and moving that there are pillars next to the walls, and like they line the entire hall. And behind every pillar, there's a guard, and most of them have spears or swords on them. Then, as you keep walking, you'll notice that there's a almost hidden balcony up above, which it has multiple archers stationed on it.
Crossbows or traditional?
Both.
Both. Oh well.
Yeah, the guy's not
Paranoid
taking
much, are
security
we?
lightly.
That's why he said, "I don't need you as a guard."
Yeah, no, I think he's pretty well off.
Yeah. Cool. So, as you're walking out, we're gonna end with you. Guards are just gonna lead you back to the gate.
Well, I was going to actually ask them if I could have a tour of the grounds to look for potential weaknesses, that just for a newly arrived third party, just to give them input.
Okay. They kind of look at each other and look back at the House of the Dakiel leader, and he doesn't even like acknowledge any of that. He just keeps on eating.
Don't fart.
But they seem almost satisfied with his lack of response, and they go very well and start taking you around the grounds.
All the spot checks.
Go ahead and roll one more for me. Or no, roll a search.
Okay. And that will be +2.
Okay. So as you go around the grounds, they're explaining all the different methods guards use to get in and out of the building. It's extremely complex. Like, they have this whole system where they could be anywhere in the building in a matter of seconds. Through various, hidden doors and stuff like that. It really seems like the main weaknesses are going to be the front door, and then a couple of like windows overlooking the what is word? The canal.
What yard?
Canal in the back. The canal runs right up to the house, so it's relatively unguarded.
You just have to have a way to get in.
Yeah, you just have to be able to cross the canal.
Yeah, bad. All right. I'm sure they don't show me all of their entire network of hidden tunnels and such. But
Probably not, but they show you how to get in and out of the house, easily.
yeah. Okay. So basically, all the guards from outside can suddenly become all the guards inside in less than a minute.
Pretty much. There's there are 2 guards who patrol the front, and there are 2 guards on each side that patrol back and forth along the sides.
Okay.
So,
and then they rely on the canal for their defense in the back.
yeah.
All right. Good to know. Alrighty.
Alright.
And just for the record, while these 2 were showing me around, did 2 other guards take their place up front, or has their front guard been with me this entire time?
So, the gate guard has been with you, but the door guard are still there, and the 2 guys patrolling are still there. So,
Okay. So there wasn't really a gap that was left. It was just less overguarded.
right.
Paranoid much. Okay. All right, cool. Then I'll thank them for their time and promise to be back soon.
Alright.
I assume they overheard the exchange with me and Mr. Old Dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
While you're leaving, they're going to say, Lord Hiram can pay you very, very well if you just stay loyal to him.
And that's the main guy of House Ezekiel.
Mm-hmm.
Hiram belongs to the Nords.
God damn it.
All right. Well, then, as I'm walking away, I'll take the street that leads between the 2 houses, so as to not be seen heading straight back into House Savage.
Okay. Alright. So, while you're doing that, Kilpie and Lulth are back at the ranch.
Sorry.
Kilpie and Lulth are walking into Tegan's house, which, if you recall, is the furthest right house. And as you guys walk up, you notice a halfling also on his way in.
I thought that's where we would meet him.
So yeah, that's you, Charles.
Okay.
So you all are walking up towards the doors, which are guarded by 2 guards, like nothing excessive, but
Human?
yeah.
Or elf?
Or no, these would be half elves.
So we're walking up to the guard?
Yep. And there's
Yeah.
a halfling also there.
We're here to see your master. I don't know about this child.
Who are you calling child?
I almost didn't see you. You were so small.
Oh, so that's how it's gonna be, huh?
I'm a 9 foot tall guy. If you don't remember.
What's your point?
Okay, I was saying that out of.
The guards look at all 3 of you. Like, we've been expecting you all, and open the doors. You guys gonna walk inside?
Yes. Do they
Yeah.
lead the way, or do they just open the?
they just open the doors, and Tegan is actually standing there like he's been waiting for you. Creepy motherfucker that he is. And he goes, yes. You all have arrived at the same time. This is most fortunate. I see you didn't bring the half-orc with you, though.
He is indisposed at the moment.
So, here's the thing. I cannot involve him in my plans if he's not here. Is that okay?
If you. I think that's okay with everyone.
Alright. So, I am about to let you three in on a most dangerous secret, and I require all of you to swear an oath of secrecy. Is that suitable?
May I never live again. I shall keep your
why not?
secret.
Alright, and Lolth was already going for it, so he's gonna swear as well. So, as you may or may not know, I am Tegan Verzana. I am the leader of the political opposition here in Hochberg. And what I need from you at first is to become part of Queen's bodyguard.
Well,
I'm glad you're not in this. I'm saying this out of character because he's part of the opposition. People to become his queen, part of the Queen's looking good. But I'm gonna say in character, I think we can do that.
And I know this is an unusual request for the guild, he looks at Charlos, but it has long-term implications for both of our parties.
So the guild, you said. I'm gonna turn to the halfling and say, I'm sorry, I didn't know of your status.
Next time, you treat me more with respect.
All that is due to one guild.
Alright. So, I'm going to let you in on my full plan. But first, you must win the trust of the Widowmaker herself, become part of her guard, eventually work your way to become part of her personal bodyguard, and then I intend to overthrow Hochberg and lead this country into a state of supremacy over Brogan, as opposed to the peace that we currently have. Boom.
A weak-founded peace is never a position. Supremacy is always the...
Hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna drop in and out of chat just to see if it helps with the random bullshit that I'm getting. Yeah. Maybe.
Hello.
Hey. Okay, I'm back.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. So he looks at all of you. He goes, "You guys have sworn an oath of secrecy, but will you take on this quest?"
I think this is the exact thing. We're perfect for this job. And I'm gonna motion to Loth to show that we it's only both. I'm not speaking for the halfling. Just because I don't know him much yet.
Right.
This is them. Okay.
Elmo.
I forgot.
There
There it is.
Alright. Well, I thank you for your time, and if you ever have any need at all, please don't hesitate to come to me, and I will provide it for you, so that we may accomplish our goals together.
Thank you.
You.
Cool. So, Charlos, you're now part of the group.
I guess so.
So what do you guys want to discuss things? You guys want to go back and find Contrabone first? What are you doing?
I'm gonna, as I walk out of the house, I'm gonna say, "Nice to meet you, halfling. I am Kilpie, and this is my ward, Loth."
Nice to meet both of you. The name's Elmo.
We have
Watch it.
what?
Just watch it.
Okay. Yes, of course. We have very suitable arrangements at House Savage if you are requiring a place to reside.
I think I'll take you up on that offer. Why not?
Better than the sewer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. So, you guys are gonna walk back?
Yes. Yes.
Alright. Let's see. As you guys are walking back, you run into a guard outside. He looks at all of you. He goes, "Interesting place for a group such as yourselves to be running around."
We were just leaving, in fact. That is not a place I want to hang around at.
Indeed. You look like a strong young man. Would you be
Kind of puffed out my chest.
would you be interested in doing some work for the city? It'll pay well.
I am a resident, and anything I can do for my city is a task I gladly accept.
Indeed. The Queen herself actually has
May she live forever.
has been
Reverend.
has been asking for volunteers who are willing to go outside the city and destroy various camps of monsters that have been plaguing our travelers. If you'd be interested, come to the castle sometime and we can discuss what you would like to do.
Well, The one thing I learned in the military is never this is a task I will gladly accept. Thank you.
He nods and walks on.
My character hasn't been in the military, but he's a little bit of a...
Alrighty. So what doing?
I'm gonna continue back to house fish.
We can go in a class.
Do you follow me, Loth? I mean, of course you follow me. You're just hovering on my shoulder.
Right.
Do you follow me, Elmo?
Yes, I do follow.
Cool. So you guys are headed back. Contrabone, you're taking the long route here, all sneaky like.
I sneak orc can be in the city.
Yeah, a 6'2" half orc with a great sword across his back.
So you said you were taking the side road.
Yeah, like the road that leads between the two houses,
Mm-hmm.
the one that crosses over the canal.
So are you just making a full loop around?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are actually going to run into each other at the crossroads there.
Ow.
Watch where you... Oh, hello.
Greetings.
What did you learn?
Things perhaps better discussed indoors.
Same with us. Let's proceed.
After you.
Cool. So House of Edge opens you or welcomes you. What?
Just thinking to myself, I should have gone first because with him in front of me, I won't be able to see anything. As long as nobody's trying to jump me from in front, I think I'll be okay.
I think they're going to be a little bit intimidated by the 9 fucking foot tall person.
And the half orc.
And the half orc.
Yeah. So House of Edge opens you guys with welcome arms. And you're shown to your quarters. Elmo is let in because he's with you. But the staff is keeping an eye on him.
Oh, okay.
You want the unwanted looks or whatever? I don't know.
Not unwanted, but it's like, hey, we don't know you. Like, don't start some shit.
Then I'm gonna make introduction. This is mine. He shall treat him as your guest.
They nod and go about their business.
This whole time I assumed the uncomfortable looks was because I came back inside. Damn it, we hoped he'd leave.
Alright. So you guys are going to your rooms or what?
Yep. Going to a private room
Alright.
Yeah.
where we can talk in privately.
Private.
Very well private.
Alright. So you guys aren't harassed or anything. You're left alone as you go to your room. So
Well, I'll go with wherever everyone, because it'll be hard to talk about things if I'm by myself.
Right. So let's go to my room because it's the lowest. Because I'm...
alright. Yo.
So, Tristan, what did you learn at House Taken?
Lord Hiram?
Yep, Highland.
house can attempt on his life. And
That's an interesting opportunity that this poses. Anything else?
Well, a review of the ground. The only vulnerability I could find is from the canal side of the house. We would have to cross the canal and breach 2 windows. How big are the windows? Are they like tall windows or like?
They're pretty good size. Like they're for looking out on the canal, like that area.
Gothic would state like 4
Yeah,
feet
I mean,
wide
like-
windows that are 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
With
Like the domed arch on top, and
yeah.
okay, that's kind of well, that doesn't. I can glass just out of my curiosity.
Not north-facing windows.
Yeah, they wouldn't get the full sunlight to get to do
Yeah.
stained glass justice. All right, good logical thinking there.
I've been
All right, well,
thinking
then, yeah.
about windows a lot.
Then yeah, there are 2 large windows on the north side of the house that we could reach, but we'd have to cross the canal to do it.
And that's a 50-foot wide canal. I'm looking.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a deep canal or is it like a Roman?
It's like 15 feet deep.
Okay. How good are you at swimming, Tristan?
I don't know.
There's a skill for that.
I get a -4.
Ah.
I imagine that some of that might be from my armor,
Yeah.
but it's not something I've had to work on much from my previous duties. Just with this look of please don't make me swim.
Is that what your character is saying?
Yes.
Okay.
See, it wasn't a skill much required of my previous duties.
Okay. Well, I'm a strong swimmer, but 50 feet is a long way to go. I might be able to swim across a line, drag on, so you can kind of pull yourself across if it comes to assault of the estate.
You guys, as Lolth, you guys realize that I could fly across and attach a rope, right?
That would be opportune.
I would never assume something of that from you, Master.
Just nods.
If I make one, could be to overhear our conversations.
You what?
So, if I may, I would like to just make a cursory check of the room, with all these magically appearing servants and such, that there aren't any places where we could be being overheard.
Okay, roll search check.
And I think Loth is a naturally shifty enough character to do that. I'm not going to, because I'm a stupid fighter, but actually a very high intelligence.
So that's a 7 total.
You don't notice anything.
Alright. Now, do I want to mention that, or do I want to keep that to myself?
I think I'll check as well.
Search.
Let's see. Okay, well, I'm keeping that to myself for now then.
All right. You said you're gonna roll a search as well, Weltches?
No, I'm not going to, but I think Loth.
Oh.
I think you should.
Actually,
As Loth.
I don't have his stats. Actually, Charlos, that would be one thing that you would do as a rogue, is you're kind of going to be permanently paranoid.
Yo, paranoid, yeah. I guess get it, making sure I don't get jumped by some normal person.
Come in.
So yeah, roll a d20 like they did there, and add your search modifier to it.
Hey!
Holy shit.
Wow.
23.
What? Oh, so fun fact on natural 20s, 20s are 30s. So yeah.
It's 10 added to it immediately, and then your modifier.
Yep. So you look around and you actually find a passageway hidden behind a tapestry, but it's totally empty.
Okay.
So whether or not you want to share that with the group is entirely on you.
I'll keep it to myself for now.
Okay.
Sweet.
We have a bunch. Dude, this party is so full of secrets. Oh my god.
Not gonna end well.
Okay.
I've been in town for like a week. Less than.
Yeah. You guys have had some interesting lives.
I don't trust these people as far as I can throw them, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be throwing Kilpie anywhere, so.
Tristan, I think you'll find this interesting. I was approached by a Queen's Guard today and offered a job working for the Queen and the Guard.
What sort of job? Interesting.
Expunging the wilderness outside the city of an infestation of some... I don't think it was mentioned.
No, it wasn't.
But I think this is suited for our skills.
And if it gets a good word into the Queen's Guard, I'm all for it.
Exactly my thinking.
I'm innocent and naive. Sorry.
Well, I mean, technically, he's not lying.
No, he's not. But, yeah, anyway, thanks.
Oh. You guys gonna talk about what happened with Tegan at all?
I'm gonna not mention it as long as Tristan doesn't mention
Charlos, are you gonna mention it? Because you have no reason to believe that, well, okay, so here's the deal.
Actually, just a moment.
Yeah.
Do I know of his intention to join the Queen's Guard? Because I know out of character, because he talks about it, but I don't know if he's talked about it in...
I think you've referenced it a couple of times, but not like...
I mean, I just did. If it gets a good word in with the Queen's Guard, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, I think he's said stuff like that before, but it's all very just subtle.
I mean, until now, I haven't really had much of a way to have an impact on that.
Right. So, Carlos.
Sorry, go ahead.
Carlos, you did just swear an oath of secrecy about this, everything you learned from Tegan, but B, you're also with the same group plus one guy, so whether or not you mention it is, like, what happened there is entirely on you, I guess.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut as I am the newer one in the group.
You're just kind of observing.
I'm
their
kind of just
interaction.
like sitting there looking at both of these guys and like there's a huge ass giant and just kind of you're like, oh cool, whatever.
It's a huge ass giant, a slightly smaller giant, and a like 18-inch tall fairy. So, yeah, it's an interesting.
Tristan, I haven't introduced you. This is a halfling Elmo. We have the desire to join the Queen's and
to join the what? Sorry.
The Queen's Guard. We have a desire. This is Elmo. We have a desire to join the Queen's Guard.
Well, Well, I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Tristan, and I have also traveled to Hawkford to join the Queen's Guard. Hopefully they have sufficient openings.
This is the perfect party, and I think this quest to outside will be the perfect introduction for us.
Agreed. And I've told of my dealings. How did your meeting with what's his face go?
It was
Tegan.
Tegan.
No, Tegan is the band from Dragon Age. Sorry.
Tegan was a very odd, very aloof elf. Didn't have much interesting things to say.
Should I sense motive?
I mean, that's up to you, dude. Roll a bluff if he rolls sense motive. Welches.
Okay.
Because you are, I damn well know you're lying to me right now.
Well,
Because my character does not.
To this.
Yes. I guess, yeah, just on the, I don't know. I feel like this is kind of a moot question, but, you know, how much of an effort were you making to conceal your intentions? Or should we just roll and be done with it?
I think I was making every effort. I don't want you to.
Okay. Well, I guess.
But if you want to, that's.
Yeah, it's entirely on you.
Yeah.
Obviously, I wouldn't want to be lied to, but.
And to be fair, you met these guys yesterday.
And that guard came up to you and said, "Don't trust that guy that we just met with."
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Yep, I'm.
So.
Oh fuck.
Plus
Oh
2.
fuck.
Plus 2.
Well.
You roll that beautiful bluff footage.
Plus 1.
Oh. Fuck. Alright. Yeah, so you know he's lying.
But I don't know in what way.
You don't know in what way, and you don't know why.
So you can choose to confront me right now, or you can wait.
And hold on to that information.
I will. Hold on to that information.
I love that you're rolling for all of your decisions.
Yeah. Well, helps keep it interesting.
He is neutral.
Really indecisive, so the dice kind of, I just like decide what the roll is going to be for, and
Yeah,
the die forces me to make a decision. So.
yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
And if I don't like the roll, then that means I made up my mind and just didn't realize it yet. So.
Fair enough. Alright. So what doing?
I think the most prominent. No, that's not the right word. I think the first thing we need to do is talk to Lady Savage about House Zedekio's paranoia.
I agree.
Alright.
I can brief her myself, or if you choose to come along, it's your prerogative.
I
If you,
think
if you have other things to attend to.
I think you should brief, but I would like to attend.
Certainly.
Elmo, Lady Savage is the daughter of the patron of this house.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's go find her. Do.
She also beat your guys' asses.
I
Alright.
didn't mention that.
So,
Is that a kink in your scale, Millie, or you're just happy to see me?
yeah. As you guys leave the room to look for her, there's a servant outside who's waiting expectantly for you. He says, Lady Savage is waiting for you guys in the meeting hall. She wishes to hear a report on how the morning went.
How opportune.
Lead the way.
So he leads you into a pretty large meeting room. Lady Madara just chilling there, waiting for you guys. She noticeably perks up when you enter the room.
That's because she likes me.
And then sees Elmo and looks questioningly.
He's not my friend.
I'm gonna notice that questioning look.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Like, hey, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this guy? So, Jesus. First off, who have you brought into my house?
Good morning, my is Elmo, a halfling I met with the desire that I share to join the Queen.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Elmo, this is Lady Savage. No. Yeah.
She technically is Lady Savage, but Lady Madara is her personal title.
Okay, so, yep. Lady.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
She nods. So, how did the morning go?
Is she addressing us just in general, or?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I would. Yeah. I guess I'll just step up, just to be, I guess, front and center. And what's his name? I guess she would know his first. She would know his first name. So I was gonna try to use his family name, but.
Oh, Zedekiel. Hiram's
Yeah.
Lord Hiram Zedekiel.
Yes. So, would my lady be an appropriate reference to her?
Sure.
Okay. Then, my lady, Lord Hiram seems convinced that House Savage intends to make an attempt on his life, and has adjusted accordingly. I approached. Go ahead.
She kind of glances off to the side when you mention that.
Sense motive.
I approached him. Actually, you know what? Yeah. It worked well enough last time. It's probably
18
gonna flop
for me
this
for sense motive.
Right?
time. 9. I got a boner. I can't think right now.
Charles, are you gonna get in on this, or?
Oh no, I'm staying the fuck out of this. Nope. No, I'm just gonna be in the back watching. You guys handle it.
Alright,
Yeah.
so, Contrabone, you notice that at the very least it was an attempt to hide something. And Welch's, you notice that she's like, the look on her face is very much, she plans to kill this guy. Anyway,
Were you gonna say anything more, Tristan?
Half a second, sorry.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yeah, but I'll tell her that I approached under the guise of seeking employment in his guard, and from what I saw, he has no lack of men to defend him.
I see. She looks around, kind of nods to one of the butlers who checks outside the door, makes sure the hallway is clear, and then shuts the door behind him. Gentlemen, what I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the utmost of confidence.
Well, that's your first mistake.
I believe that Hiram Zedekiel is attempting to make a power play against the city in order to take control. And I believe that the only method of keeping this from happening is to eliminate him.
A civil war is never good for a city.
You're just gonna keep dropping like Chinese fortune cookie sayings all the time.
Yes.
Hope he has his gimmick.
She looks for your guys' responses. Like,
Then I would inform her of the findings of my patrol of the or not patrol, but tour of the house,
okay.
including the potential response times of the guards, the windows, and all that whatnot. I've already
Okay.
said it like twice, so I'm not going to go through it all again.
Yeah.
And we are low on time.
So she smiles and she goes, "Thank you for all of your information. I can pay you now and you can go on your way. Or if you guys want to wait, we can push further into this matter together and you will be rewarded even more handsomely."
Well, I'm going to be honest here. Well, my lady, if it offers me a chance to stay and spar again on the morrow, then I will remain.
She nods and looks towards Kilpie. Yes, since both
I
are here.
think that we are well equipped to hire.
All right. She looks over at Elmo. And would you like to join in my quest?
Good enough. Got nothing else to do. Sure, why not?
Alrighty. She smiles and goes, "You're welcome to use all of our resources here until your job is complete."
I like working for nobility.
So, just to recap, we have an assassination plan going on for the Queen. We have an assassination plan going on to allegedly save the Queen. And we have Hiram, who wants you guys to spy on House Zavej to make sure they're not trying to kill him.
I'm
So,
Yes, we do.
I'm trying to think of if there's a way that I can give her a knowing look that there's more I want to tell her, but I only want to tell her, or if I should, I might just wait.
actually, roll a charisma check for me.
Roll a
All the
d6.
negative you have.
I have a +1 to charisma. Thank you very much. It's my toothy grin.
Okay. So she's going to notice your attempts to kind of glance at her like that, and but it's not gonna be 100% understood. Is there anything else, half-orc?
Not at this time, my lady.
She nods and kind of waves everybody off. Okay. Well, our meeting is concluded. We will discuss any matters further. Feel free to find me and discuss information with me at will.
then I would. I don't know if I should say my lady one more time in this conversation and tip my fedora. And I think I will give her a. Yeah, I know, right? And my trilby that I call a fedora because I don't know the difference. Sorry, that's I used to work in men's fashion, and that's a thing that really. But a slight bow and make for the door as long as nobody else is doing something blatantly different than that.
I'm not gonna be as fancy. I'm just gonna turn around.
Okay. Elmo, leaving.
I'm halfway out the room already.
Okay.
He's already popped smoking.
So as you guys are leaving, she's actually going to walk up and touch you on the shoulder, Tristan.
I'm gonna file an EO complaint.
God damn it. She's gonna hold you back as everybody leaves. Is there something you wanted to say?
Yes, my lady. I felt it perhaps not appropriate for the ears of the others. I'm not sure how trustworthy they are, but Lord Hiram offered me a not dissimilar deal from yours. In exchange for information, he would offer me potential employment. I felt you would want to know this.
Is this so? She stops and thinks for a minute. Did you take him up on this offer?
I let him think as much.
Go ahead and give him whatever information he wants. I don't see him as a threat to me.
My.
My thinking is that disinformation can be as damaging to an enemy as good information to an ally.
Indeed. I'll let you handle that as you will.
Well, I admit I am not much for strategy, but I will do my best and seek guidance where it seems appropriate.
Very well.
I'll ask for private lessons on fighting later.
Alright. So, how much time do you think you guys have? It's 8:12.
I got the call that supper was ready like 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
So, about negative 5 minutes.
Alright, so I was looking at, well, I was kind of looking at wrapping it up a little bit early anyway. But since you have to go, I'm going to go ahead and say, go ahead and level while you're out. Weltches, you and Weaver as well. I'm going to have to guide Charlos through leveling. We're going to level as a party, even if people don't show up, but I ask that you show up continuously, so otherwise I might just kick you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just calm
Are we
down
gonna
with
be-
level 20, okay? Then I'll join.
Yeah.
Are we going to be on Tuesdays moving forward?